Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am your never humble host, Eric Sizemore, joined by my beautiful co-host from South Canada, Quiet Michael.
Hey Eric. Hi everybody.
And coming in from the cornfield just adjacent to me by 3 clicks, Couchman.
I survived the Rapture.
We never had any doubt. We never had any doubt. And we are going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a patented, copyrighted, absolutely essential part of every single show. You know it. You love it. I'm talking about the depressing news. Crazy freaking week, man. Simon King from Canada put it best. Tylenol causes rapture because Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert are autistic assassins from Antifa Transistan. That's it. How about a wholesome round one? Just kidding. Hey, the Capitol has been taken over by this beautiful gold statue at the Capitol of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein holding hands. Swear to God, this is a literal thing that is actually freaking there. It's got plaques and everything. Very fun. Friend of the show, Jeff St. Clair says, Chris Hayes on MSNBC says, this is the most straightforward attack on free speech from state actors I've ever seen in my life. It's not even close because Disney's ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel from the air over remarks about Charlie Kirk. Not even a joke. People kept saying a joke. It wasn't a joke. And anyway, and people freaked out. People also pointed out that Fox's Kilmeade suggested that homeless people could be dealt with involuntary lethal injection. Just kill him. And of course, he's still got a job. So, you know, they don't really care. Meanwhile, Googling for how to cancel Disney and Hulu shot up the tracks. And we see here lots of people posting their, okay, your subscription to Disney has been canceled. And I was just posting pictures of pirates saying, ahoy, welcome back, me hearty. Pirate Bay awaits. ICE agents targeted roofers in Naperville, leaving the workers and the residents shaken. Some of them were stranded on the roof when the ICE agents knocked down the ladders, and at least one gentleman was hurt when he jumped off the roof and tried to run. All of them were were legal, documented, and the stupid roof didn't get done because ICE needs their numbers. Absolutely ridiculous. Modern Rome and Freefall posts thank Bill Clinton and the New Democrats for the Telecommunications Act of 1996 that made this market consolidation possible. You remember that back in 1983, there were 50 companies controlling 90% of the media market, and today it's 5. So there we go. Oh, yeah, the Rapture. I sent this one around on the group chat because I thought it was absolutely hilarious. This happy_worldwide on TikTok posted, this is the last video I post before the Rapture. I've just been crying and praying all day. None of us want to take a poop because, you know, you don't want to go. You never know what's going to happen, and that would just be silly to be raptured while pooping. And it was just so funny, you know. She was like, I hope maybe, you know, I'm gonna ask Jesus to intercede and maybe help you all down there. But you know, like it was just like such a, you know, like you poor unraptured sinners. She goes, but at least you're having fun enjoying your sin. So guys, you know, we didn't get raptured, but at least we've got our sins. Oh my God, this poor woman. You know, she's just getting, the comments have got to be insane by today. Anyway, how about some good news here? I can't remember which friend of the show. Oh, friend of the show, Ben, posted this one. LatinTimes.com reports that Venezuela announced the capture of an alleged DEA agent with a massive drug shipment. 5 gentlemen were arrested, and they all said, we're working for the the DEA in a false flag operation to help, you know, the Trump administration declare war on Venezuela. So, and the Venezuelan vice president said, hey, you know, our drug seizures increased 5-fold once we got rid of the DEA because we know how to do it better. So Anyway, fun stuff, man. I fact checked it and everything. Hey, this one missed my attention. Crazy-eyed Cash Patel, whose eyes look a little red to me. I don't know. Might just be me. He had said 2 weeks ago there was no credible information that Epstein trafficked minors to others. No, no information. We all just hallucinated all that, guys. Did you know you can be a trafficker without actually trafficking to anyone? You can just drive with, I forget. It's just the stupidest thing that I couldn't believe he actually said it. There was a memorial service in Sammy's home state of Arizona, and Grinder app crashed. You remember when the Grinder app crashed during the RNC? Those Republicans love their Grinder, even at a memorial service. So, posted by These Colors Don't Come, said something about loving thy neighbor biblically or whatever Jesus said. I don't know. I never actually read it, but Grinder, pretty funny. If you missed out, the grieving widow showed up in a white pantsuit with pyrotechnics. So that's a thing they do on that side. Then she hugged the president, and he did a little dance. You know his little dance that he does? He did his little dance at a memorial service. So it's just weird. You know what I mean? Hey, in the meantime, things were so crazy. Charges were dropped on St. Luigi. Did you hear about that? State terrorism charges have been dropped against Luigi. He is still on trial for the lesser charge of a second-degree murder, but the charges have been dropped. I think, I didn't read the details, but I think because the prosecutors botched their jobs entirely. So, and
I
that's
actually think it. I actually thought it was strange. It's much harder to prove. Like
well,
second degree murder seems like
sure,
that's actually something he's guilty of. But like
sure,
state terrorism? Why? Just because the guy was rich? It's like a strange.
very strange. A lot of people using the word terrorism today. Here's one from friend of the show and founding zaddy, George H. Cruikshank.
No.
Swipe magazine has teen fish bandit charged after taping fish to ATMs in Utah.
Hell yeah.
I know, and you're like, what's the rest of the story? I'm not going to read it. I'm going to savor the mystery, boys. Hey, happy equinox. Today was the final day of summer, so the sun has crossed the equator. And oh, it's Sunday. I'm told it's Sunday. Sorry, the pagans are upset with me. I don't have my dates right. Hey, today's secret word of the day is epsteinometifidin. Epsteinometifidin. It's a hard word to say.
Epsteinometifin.
Epsteinometifin. There we go. Brought to you by Epsteinometifin. Ask your doctor if Epsteinometifin is right for you. ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel off the air indefinitely. Friend of the show, Adam Murray, reminds us. But then they brought him back today, so that was kind of good news. But the ABC, which is a part of Disney, has brought him back. But Sinclair and Nexstar, who are the companies that own the most ABC affiliates, have decided not to air it. So I don't know what that means. Did we win? I don't know what that means. Anyway, that's pretty much all the news. Also, let's see. Tylenol was they're trying to ban Tylenol, which is pretty amazing. They killed off all the cancer research, which is another amazing thing. So, congratulations in the war on cancer to cancer for winning. The grieving widow is grifting. She started a GoFundMe and was doing all kinds of weird video performances. I mean, the whole thing is really strange. By the way, found out that her parents are both highly involved in the military-industrial complex, and her father handled the Israel account for Northrop Grumman and had access to all kinds of cool stuff like secret intel on Iron Dome. But she's just normal. Just a normal. These people are weird. Anyway, we always like to close out the news with a nice heartwarming animal story. And there was so much crap news this week, I thought I'd do a bunch of them. Wild Green Memes for Ecological Fiend says, beavers are so funny. Why are you a little animal doing hydraulic engineering? Yeah, why are you? You're a little animal doing that. Cronus posted this, absolutely awesome. As sea ice vanishes, Norway has been providing artificial platforms to help seals survive and to protect their young. And we see these little square, I don't know, what are those, styrofoam? Like little square platforms with like 4 seals on them, looking happy as clams. Loving that styrofoam. Good times. Also, a new bird has been discovered in the San Antonio area, a hybrid between two species whose ranges overlap. And it's a half blue jay. And Emily suggests jabberjay. What about a jabberjay? Anyway, but yeah, first known wild grue jay hybrid spotted in Texas. It's a green and a blue jay crossing paths, resulting in a green blue jay or a jabberjay. I like jabberjay. I think best. And finally, I spotted Big Muddy and I grabbed his ass. I know you're looking forward to doing that, but I beat you to it there, Tiede.
I thought this
Hey.
was Tiede.
I know, right?
I mean, I see the resemblance.
He's definitely got the height. He's got the height.
Yeah.
Wait, count the toes.
He's got more toes.
He got more toes than me. He got more toes.
All the news that's fit to talk about on Facebook for the Blind for September 23rd, 2025. Handed it off to my beautiful co-host, Michael. What you got for a nice, wholesome average round?
Wrong, Eric. Here comes my big long round one, kicking it off with Ditch Pony at Molly7An, friend of the show. She says Airbnb suggests the existence of other B&Bs. Water B&B, Earth B&B. But that all changed when the fire B&B attacked.
God damn it.
Sorry about that,
muted.
guys. I know. Trust me, I know.
Okay.
Here we
I
have
see.
a picture of Sylvester Stallone. His first blood. And it's Sylvester Stallone wearing a red bandana over his face, and he's throwing up the gang symbol for blood.
Bro.
He was the first one, TD.
The first one with a perm.
I like this conversation between patient and a therapist. The therapist says, "What's the first thing you notice when someone approaches you?" Me, the audacity. Therapist, no. This is from Prima Awesome. Prim Awesome? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Here we have a kind of like a Zeus god figure standing behind a podium, a guy trying to get into heaven. And he asked this question. He says, "Why is sometimes wiping my butt so easy, and sometimes it's like cleaning an oil spill, penguin?" You know. I really appreciated this one. It's from friend of the show, Scooby. It's a picture of Johnny Bravo, who's pointing at the camera, and it says, "The Bible doesn't say shit about not committing tax fraud."
Bro.
I've actually read the Bible quite a few times, and he's right. It doesn't actually say anything about tax fraud. It does say given to Caesar what is Caesar's. Kinsey at PK_Kinsey says, "What if you're inside when the rapture happens and you get stuck in the corner of the ceiling like a balloon?"
Hell yeah.
Oh, and this is my last one for round one, the wholesome round, keeping the hole in wholesome. It's come from Snowton Key. And it's actually a real headline. Deadly fungus thought to be Pharaoh's curse has been turned into a compound that kills cancerous leukemia cells in lab tests. And underscore Snow 118 says, "Curse of Raw kills cancer. What the fuck?" And that's all I have for round one. Kicking it over to you, TD.
Okie dokie. Hi everybody. We're gonna do that thing that we do whenever I decide to show up. TD's often imitated, never duplicated. Short round one brought to you by the dumbest shit I could find on the internet and allowing Sizemore to stall. Let's start this thing. Some dude named John has in parentheses closes book, slowly removes glasses, and thoughtfully cleans them with a small cloth. I honestly don't think Waldo's in there. I feel that.
Yeah.
All right, next. Dad Jokes, friend of the show, Dad Jokes at Dad
Hey,
Say
Dad.
Joke. Says, my child asked me what I used to play on the iPad as a kid. I told her I used to talk into the fan to sound like a robot.
Hell yeah.
I'm 43. I still do this. All right, moving on.
I've done it recently, yes.
Thank you. It feels good, doesn't it? Shitpost Gateway. If you're not following Shitpost Gateway, where you get your gateway for your shitpost, it's got a POV and you're standing on an escalator, but POV, you've been stuck on an escalator for 2+ hours because the power went out. Moving on.
Oh my
no
God.
context, no context memes. Friend of the show. It says Cybernuts on the Tesla is crazy work, and it's a Cybertruck dumpster fire fucking piece of shit thing, and it's got a pair of like holographic truck nuts. They look like Laura Croft's boobs from the first Tomb Raider game.
Oh my God. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, all right, moving on. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Friend of the show, you know him, you love him. I'll see you at Poker on Friday. Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hey, buddy.
It's picture. It's a picture of the galaxy, and there's an arrow pointing to one little spot in the galaxy, and it says, "You are here, crying in the shower before work." I feel this. Thank you, Satan. Moving on. This is so depressing. I went and ate a whole block of cheese in protest. Friend of the show. It says I never related to a conversation this hard before, and it's a text conversation. It says, "Hey, do you have anxiety prime?" Yeah, why? Amazon. Oh yeah, I have that too. I feel this. Moving
I worked with the
on.
playlist. They work with tonight's playlist. Good deal.
No shit. Charles Schaefer, acquaintance, it's got a picture of a tire and the valve stem. And it says, "Did you know that every tire comes with a pre-installed GPS chip so you can be tracked in 5G networks? If you don't want to be tracked, all you have to do is cut the little antenna that sticks out. And that's, pliers on a valve stem. If you do that, your tire is going to go flat, you dumbass." All right, moving on. Just throwing it out there. Some dumbass named Andrew Tiede posted this a couple years back. Says, You ever see something and think, wow, that's violently American? And what we have here is a triple cheeseburger, 3 meat patties, 3 slabs of cheese, nestled between 2 donuts. I want this.
That cheese
I'd
is
add
not
bacon.
melted.
I know the cheese should be melted, and I'd also add bacon. All right, moving on.
Yeah, bacon. I knew it was missing something.
Bacon makes everything better. Diabolical horror. New person I just met. It says, overheard a lady saying she won't let her kid watch Peppa Pig because it encourages bad behavior like jumping in puddles. I watched Roadrunner as a kid, and I haven't blown anyone up with dynamite yet. It's a picture of Wile E. Coyote after he just got blowed up by dynamite trying to get the Roadrunner.
I did
He's
want a
got
lot
the
of
best line of credit with Acme. I swear to God. Moving on.
I really wanted dynamite back then.
I know, right? Finally, wrapping up the short round one here. We got front of the show, Cartoons and Weed Unleashed.
Hey.
And it says, when Hank pulls up on the lawnmower at the end of an episode and talks directly to the camera, you just know you're about to have some real life knowledge coming your way. And it's a picture of Hank Hill on his lawnmower doing a little finger point. Yeah. And that's all I got for the short round one. World famous, never imitated, never... that thing brought to you by the dumbest shit I could find on the internet. I think that's the first time I've actually flubbed that line.
Oh, I'm sure you have before.
Probably. Over to you, Sizemore.
Awesome. Friend of the show, best and worst of Twitter too, has this message from Savannah Barnett, who's republished from my favorite author, Jason Parkin. Says, people try to pinpoint exactly when America lost its innocence, and I'm pretty sure it was in 2011 when we found out that the Mythbusters hosts couldn't stand each other. It's like,
that hit hard.
It did, and I felt a little less innocent. Here we have a picture of probably a rock star, I don't know, looking very bored and checked out. And it says, people over 40 watching a third opening band set up before the headline. As you fuckers on this show every time. Come on, I gotta get to bed.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, Meme Life, hey Memes, has this post from Christina Comparato. And we have a picture of a gentleman with a very bad haircut. He's going bald in front, but he's grown out a little lines of hair. And it says, at the Walmart self-checkout, his hair rings up as a spark plug for a 2001 Pontiac Grand Am.
It looks like he's trying to grow bangs on a 6 head.
I can't not see a barcode now. It's a
I
barcode.
know, right?
I've never seen a comb. It's not a comb over, comb down.
It's a comb
down.
down.
Tell you what, buddy. I mean, I thought back in the 80s when I was watching all those Southern girls do the Kentucky Claw. You remember the bangs, the Kentucky Claw, man, coming around the. Oof, this guy's got it beat, though.
The reason we don't have an ozone layer, all the white rain they used.
Oh, I miss White Rain. Best and worst. Best and worst of Twitter 2 has this post from Jules Moss. We are indebted to her for this post from J. Courtney Sullivan. Says, got flagged by airport security because my son had a magic 8-ball in his backpack. 2 TSA agents debated whether or not it was okay. My husband said, if only we had a simple way to answer a yes or no question. Cricket. Crickets. Laughing Librarian, friend of the show, has a post from Bill Bingham. He's got this post says, spotted on a professor's door. Oh my God. We have a conversation here between Ophelia and Hamlet. Ophelia says, babe, come over. Hamlet, I can't. I'm hiding a body. Ophelia, my dad's not home. Hamlet, I know. Woo! Shakespeare jokes. Put those in round one. Friend of the show, Wild Green Memes for Ecological Fiends, making a second appearance in the show from Amy Sue with a post from Katie Didn't at pork_chop_hair. Says, instead of butterfly kisses, I give you moth kisses. They're crazy, frantic, all over the place, and quite honestly, you're terrified. You didn't even know. You didn't even know. Tiede's like, yeah, I've been hugging you all this time. He's getting you warmed up. Best and worst of Twitter 2. Best and worst of Twitter 2's got a post from Christopher Sacco. He's reposted Alex Nersal, who says, my love language is going, this made me think of you, and then sending the most unhinged shit nightmare meme garbage you could imagine.
Yes.
I still remember friend of the show and founding father, Matt Brown, back in the day, was just like, I have got to get off your chat because you keep sending memes at stupid o'clock. I was like, oh, is that too late? I mean, I'm up at stupid o'clock. Friend of the show, best and worst of Twitter 2, has a post from Lee J. Wolf. He's posted, okay, geez. When I was 5, I found out my grandpa had a twin. When I saw him after my grandpa's funeral, a fucking heads up would have been nice.
No shit.
Science Humor, friends of the show, has a post from Kristen Dion. It says, know the difference between venomous and poisonous. Do you know the difference between venomous and poisonous? If you bite it and you die, it's poisonous. If it bites you and you die, it's venomous. And then the chat starts. What if it bites me and it dies? That means you're poisonous. Jesus Christ, Nate, learn to read. What if it bites itself and I die? It's voodoo. What if it bites me and someone else dies? That's correlation, not causation. What if we bite each other and neither of us die? That's kinky. Oh my God. Friend of the show, Samantha Chase, has this post, says, true story. Has reposted Jonathan Edward Durham, friend of the show, making a first appearance in the show with, look, do I buy myself lots of little treats? Yes. Do I deserve them for putting up with me every day? Also, a big yes. Got about 3 more left here. Strange Twisted Fun version has a post from a thrift store of a hand making a horrific half-closed eye. It says, after years of addiction, the hamburger helper mascot has finally hit rock bottom. So sad to see them fall. Dull Men's Club. And notice I have not joined the Dull Men's Club, but the algorithm keeps showing them to me, and for once it caught my attention. This gentleman says, if you ever have occasion to replace the magnetron in your microwave, be sure to save the 2 magnets. They fit perfectly at the bottom of a red Solo cup. You can then place the cup on your car and ride around town. It's a great way to meet lots of new people.
Okay.
Yeah. And it would be like the really friendly, helpful ones, too, that want to let you know you got a red Solo cup on your car. Anyway, there you go. News you can use from the Dull Men's Club. Here we have a picture of Janelle James, friend of the show. Janelle sent it out this morning and said, "Today is my birthday and the Rapture." As you can see, I've already ascended. Later, suckers. She's got her white, puffy, feathered wings and whatnot. In front of the show, local celebrity Kim Schofield says, "Thank you for giving me a gift on your birthday." Saucy round one. And finally, wrapping it up with Church of Sloths. Got a post from Benny Feldman who says, "Body parts are often metaphors. Guts are courage. Balls are courage. Spine is courage. Toes are small pigs that participate in the market economy."
or leave you forever.
Did they go wee all the way home?
No, they all went to market.
How old were you when you figured out what that part of the poem meant?
I grew up on a farm pretty young.
Oh my God. I had a picture of a little piggy, got a basket under one arm, going to the market. You know, excited to be shopping. But no. Am I stalling? I think I'm stalling. This stalled segment brought to you by Democrats. We're not perfect, but they're nuts. Democrats.
That's true. Shit.
I know it's sad. Back to you, Michael, for a fascinating interstitial round 2.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Are you guys waiting on me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I didn't call it out. We'll put it in a horn next time.
Well, listen. My 6-year-old's being 6. Kenneth Dredd, friend of the show, Kenneth Dredd.
Hey, Kenny.
He retweets, "I love Wikipedia." Wikipedia says, "I am pregnant taking 10 Tylenol a day in hopes my son becomes the greatest Magic the Gathering player in the world." Kenneth posts a guy from Inglorious Bastards and says, "You're hiding Tylenol under the floorboards, are you not?"
Oh, Jesus.
Stepbro.steve. He's somebody we know.
Yep.
It's this picture. I do not know this guy's name. Tiede, do you know this guy's name?
No, he's annoying as fuck.
He is.
Oh, I think it's Tim. He's a comedian.
He's like, I think he's like legitimately funny, but it's like I can't stomach it. Anyway, it's a picture of a car with a trunk filled with milk, and it says, "Point of view, the cop staring at my trunk of milk like he's about to draft a brand new law."
What?
Oh.
JD at Miss Milkton. And I didn't do that on purpose.
Oh.
As a picture of somebody's laid clothes out in the lawn, a man's shirt laying in the lawn, pants below that, shoes below that, and then looks like maybe 2 kids or a woman and a kid. I'm not sure, but it's just clothes, but made into outfits with shoes on the lawn, and it says, "Pranking my Christian neighbors by doing this tomorrow."
Hell yeah.
Rudy_betrayed. Friend of the show, Rudy Betrayed. Retweets CNN, whose headline reads, "Archaeologists have uncovered the first known temple to an important pre-Hispanic deity called the Flayed Lord, who is represented by a skinless corpse." Right, you guys tracking that? Rudy says, "Not a single thing has gone right since we dug up the Flayed Lord." That was not wrong.
inaccurate.
Back in 2019. Lone Status says, "Wow, you're gorgeous. I've never wanted to fumble someone more in my life. Mind if I sit here and look up at you with big puppy dog eyes?" I think I got 3 more here. Literally Me has a picture of James Franco who looks appalled. And it says, "When bro sends me a reel, I already sent him, so now I know he doesn't watch the reels I sent." Listen, I don't know why I included this, but I really hate it. But it has been stuck in my mind ever since I first read it. So here we go. Nissan Roger says, "Stop eating chickpeas with the pick-me's and come have some lentils with the mentals." And
What the shit?
What?
it doesn't mean anything at all. Okay. But for some reason, stop eating chickpeas with the pick-me's and come have some lentils with the mentals sticks in my brain like mbop by that fucking man. Next up, we have the fact mayor, and I just thought, Eric, you would like to know this, that when it gets too hot in Australia, the nectar in some flowers turns into alcohol. And the bees that get drunk begin stumbling around. And then bouncer bees at the hive will not let them back into the hive until they've sobered up.
Bro.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
I
they're
fucking
just
love
like us.
Australia.
They're just like
Bee-
us.
Bees are smart, y'all.
And finally, for round two, the ostensibly second round, we have fake plastic bone who says, my parents text me like the souls of the damned. And you see at 501, mom text, help us, please. And at 501, dad also text, please.
I-
And that's all I got for round two, the ostensibly second round. Back to you, Tiede.
Okay, we're gonna do that other thing I do. For round two, the inebriated round. Now look, we kind of know the joke at this point, but I'm gonna give you some memes that might give you all a clue as to my current state. Let's start this shit. Kicking it off with cartoons and weed unleashed. It's got a picture of a piece of toast with eyeballs that look vaguely familiar. A big old pat of butter on its head, and it's holding a smoky object in its hand. And it says, "Don't be toasted when I get there. Me already buttered." Moving on. Cartoons and Weed Unleashed once again.
Hey.
It's got a picture of Otto from The Simpsons, looking like Otto from The Simpsons. Says this dude has been driving kids safely to school stoned for over 30 years. Next. Old Stoners, friend of the show, Old Stoners, says you could tell who smokes on a regular basis because as soon as anything vaguely weed-like wafts by, their heads pop up like they're sniffing like prey animals at a watering hole. Not wrong.
I have seen that, yeah.
You've seen me do it.
That's true.
Cartoon and Weed Unleashed, friend of the show, once again making another appearance. It says, when I hike a mountain for the sole purpose of smoking weed at the top of it. And it's a picture of an iguana chilling like he is the coolest motherfucker in the world. And it just says, fitness is my passion.
I believe that pose is called the Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, there you go. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Moving on.
God.
Jesus.
That is great.
That's going to give me nightmares. Moving on. Stoner Barbie, friend of the show, says, when I was a kid, there were no phones or tablets. We just read the cereal box at breakfast.
Yep.
Yep.
Have you tried that as an adult? Sucks.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing good on there. Moving on.
Dude, is that Margot Kidder?
Yeah.
No, Courtney Cox.
We got friend of the show, Charlie Classic, posting a meme of a picture of Courtney Cox. Says, if you ever feel like shit, just remember Courtney Cox's hair in Scream 3. And she does have some really unfortunate bangs in this movie that look like they were cut by my 2-year-old niece with a pair of safety scissors. And it says, Courtney Cox. Wow, what the fuck?
It's really important to note here for our listeners, especially those listeners who've never seen this movie or this image. This is unsettling, and it always was. It's not like when this movie came out, we were all like, great
Yeah, that's
movie,
normal.
no notes about the banks. Like, no, this was immediately noteworthy.
Yeah, it was bad when it happened.
Yeah, this has always been a tragedy.
I feel like I turned to someone in the theater and said, is that a wig? Is it supposed to be a wig?
Is this a fucking bit? Like, is this
No.
part of the bit? Like I never really knew.
No. I thought,
Okay.
I was like, she's a newscaster, so she can take it off at the end of the. No.
Really bad.
No.
Okay, you've touched
All
a
right.
cultural milestone.
Apparently, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Moving on. Jesus Christ. Sizemore, read this one.
Thrilla the Gorilla at Thrillarilla369 says, I can't stand it when folks mix up there, and there. You're so clueless. And Your is not written as a contraction; it's written as a possessive, and it's very amusing.
Okay, yeah, there you go. All right, next.
Homonym jokes on the show for the blind.
Right?
Perfect.
That's why I didn't try to read it. So okay, here we got a picture of a girl outside a Waffle House that says, "I went to Waffle House for the first time to see a fight, but nothing happened. Sad emoji, thumbs down." And today's story says, if you notice a foreign tourist in a Waffle House, it is your American duty to start a fist fight to ensure they get the full experience.
Yep.
Tiede, you ever been in a fist fight at a Waffle House?
I'd plead the fifth.
I've been in two. I've been in two, dude.
I've only been in one. I've only been in one.
Here's what I want to know. But after that, did you get like an E. coli or staph infection or anything? It's like,
No, I got threatened with a court martial.
oh,
Jesus.
yeah.
I threw up in my elephant ear plant the next morning. It's the only thing I remember. I don't remember the other fight.
Nice. All right. 10
Moving
o'clock.
on. Yeah, core memories. Reaction, friend of the show reaction. It's a picture here of like a sale at a convenience store, and all the sign says "fucking sale, all 20% off." It says a store in Japan thought "fucking" was just American slang for really good. To be fair, not
Sure.
entirely wrong.
Sure.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. All right, moving on. Wrap it up, round two here. We got from Josh Freeman, friend of the show.
Josh.
He's reposting from the Onion, and it's a picture of the orange-skinned overlord. It says Trump spends entire UK trip trying to figure out where he knows Prince Andrew from.
No, I've seen that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like I've seen him somewhere.
Somewhere.
Hey, and that's all I got for the inebriated round. Guess what? Yeah. Okay, moving on.
I
Oh.
knew
You says more.
We settled the bet entirely there. No mystery. You didn't leave me any mystery. What if I like to savor the mystery, dude.
the mystery was the memes we saw along the way.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, last week you invoked this one, Michael, so I thought I would share it with everybody. Says he was killed on camera. No one's family deserved to have to witness that. It's unthinkably cruel that people would then go to the internet and use their platform to say about an innocent man that I don't care that he's dead. He's not a hero. He's a scumbag. He shouldn't be celebrated. I'm talking about George Floyd. You thought I was talking about Charlie Kirk? No, those are actual quotes by Charlie Kirk about George Floyd. Outrageous that anyone would say any of that of the dead, right? Yeah. Anyway, we talked about it, and I was like, I thought that was pretty tight. So there we go. Moving on. This is Republic. This is like magnet letters on the refrigerator, and it spells out Donald Trump skipped the Charlie Kirk vigil to golf. So I guess he really was like a son to Trump. Courtesy of Jay Jordan, friend of the show. Here we have just an icon of ABC sucking Trump's dick. A little red tie on his. You know, this is probably not the best joke to describe on a meme show. But it is interesting how the letter C is like. So I never noticed it before, but the C in ABC does look like it's going.
Oh shit! It does totally.
For our listeners, Eric did something with his face. There was no audio for that, Eric. It was just.
Yeah, that was completely visual, dude.
You couldn't hear?
I don't want to see it.
No, quit making that face.
How? I think Zoom is muting me. This sucks, man. It's censoring my sucking sounds.
I'm glad it does. Honestly, I'm for it.
Honestly, yeah, I'm
Some
with Michael.
censorship. What do we want? Some censorship.
So here is a person who is not a friend of the show, Cavs 2017 champs, who is being reposted by Nick Robertson. Cavs is saying, I feel so bad for Magic Johnson. This man had one son, and this is what God gave him. And we see his son, who is wearing extraordinary eye makeup and a very elaborate matador costume. And they're all hugging for a family photo in the gorgeous living room. And Baddywell, a friend of the show, responds, he got a son with his own fashion line worth over $200 million. What did your parents get? A homophobic piece of trash.
Whoa. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, actually, to have a gay son with a $200 million, I would feel good about that. I think I would feel good about that. Moving on, Peachy Keenan at Peachy Keenan.
As a father, we all know, just want them healthy, man.
Yep,
Just
there you go.
healthy
Did
and
you-
safe.
Did you eat? Did you eat something? Have you slept okay? Are you warm enough?
Not in any trouble, are you?
Yeah. You need some
All I
money?
ever heard was, when are you moving out? I started hearing that at 6.
All right. This is not a friend of the show. And you can tell by this Karen's face because she does not look like a happy person. She just doesn't. I'm just going to say it. Anyway, Peachy Keenan at Keenan Peachy says, ABC fired Roseanne from the #1 hit show she created because Obama told them to. And Kyle Kalinske says, all caps, that happened in 2018 when Trump was president. How are conservatives wrong about literally every single thing?
It's all vibes with them, man.
All vibes. Friend of the show, Meme Life, making a second appearance in the show under the caption, and this is quite the gauntlet laid down, legendary dad status. Dad says, good morning. Your girlfriend doesn't have to sneak out in the middle of the night, dude. Go through the front door, walk her to her car, come back in, lock the door, stay awake until she's home. Kid says, oh, sorry, I thought you'd be mad. I know you're going to hang out with her either way. I was your age once, except I got more bitches.
Hell yeah.
So remember, he is a dad, so it was a long time ago, older time. Friend of the show and founding zaddy, George Hussein Cruikshank.
No.
Don't you sneak that in there like that, all
That
casual.
was a good effort.
Reposts this from Skoog at Skoog. And we have in brackets, interior, restaurant, date, waiter. Hey guys, looks at me. Oh shit, SpongeBob, is that you? Date, SpongeBob. Me, yeah, it was a nickname in college. Waiter, because he was inside a pineapple. Me, date. Waiter, just humping motion. Fuck the shit out of that thing. How you been, man?
Bro.
Posted in Unhinged Goblin Posting Backup. And if you're not following Unhinged Goblin Posting Backup, you're not getting these kind of memes.
I am not.
Best and worst of Twitter, too, making the umpteenth showing in this show. Post from Savannah Barnett has this from Robbie Pierce. Says, a random unattended 7-year-old at the park told me and my son that gay people are the devil and are going to hell. My son scoffed, but the boy said it was true because God said so. I told him his parents made up God to make their kids do what they want. His eyes got so big. Robbie says, I'm sorry, but if you teach your kids to hate, I'm going to teach them to disobey you. Moving on, here's a picture of Kash Patel from high school from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia implication posting. It's Kash Up Patel. All things are possible through Odin. So jot that down. National Strategic Stockpile of Memes and Satire, deep, close friends of the show. Poster Jeff DeVos has a picture of the two Kennedy brothers talking to each other. Bobby Kennedy says, Ethel took a lot of Tylenol while she was carrying Junior. JFK says, don't worry, Bobby. I'm sure he'll be completely normal. Friend of the show, Don't Cross a Gay Man, says, I got a response from the woman who wants me to pet sit her dog while she gets raptured and I get left behind.
Oh my God.
Hey, Misha, I love your videos. I know how much you love dogs, blah, 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 blah. Can you meet up and could you take care of my dog, Abigail, while I meet our Heavenly Father? Gay man replies, ma'am, did you just straight up tell me to my face that I'm not worthy of getting raptured, so I should take care of your dog? Oh, Keisha, don't be sensitive. I just thought I'd ask because you joke around too much about things that are serious to God. You're funny and have a good heart, but don't give that vibe that you submitted to God. That's why I thought you'd be good to care for Abigail. Okay, man. So you're saying I'm hell's designated dog sitter. I'm sincerely sorry that you've allowed a man in the social media algorithm to make you believe this is happening, but on Wednesday, when you're still here, feel free to unfollow me because you're being rude. Don't cross a gay man. Apt. Friend of the best and worst of Twitter, too, with a post from Ibsen Moy. He's reposting Tyler Boyer. Says, Charlie Kirk came and converted the young men. Erica Kirk is coming to convert the young women. And Southern Dan says, oh, did women not like Charlie for some reason? Steve Hofstetter has a post that says, if I am ever brutally murdered, please make sure that my memorial service barely mentions me. Most of my family isn't there, and there's a gift shop. Friend of the show, Mike Ingram for everyone, says, I'm down for the pyro being deployed at mine, certainly. You know, fireworks at the funeral on live television. Maybe. Let me think about it. Got about 3 more here. Friend of the show, Jinga Calone says Charlie Kirk's widow came on stage in a white pantsuit, accompanied by pyrotechnics and hawked merch. We all grieve differently. Friend of the show, Mike Ingram for everyone says heathen check-in. Blue flag marked safe from the Rapture today. Friend Mike says, are you sure you weren't just left behind? And he says, I mean, either way, I'm good. For those of you in the audience who are not drilled with the good book, let me just tell you that no man shall know the day or the hour, and the word rapture is not in there. Finally, we have friend of the show, The Onion, with a post of RFK and his mistress from behind getting naked. RFK Jr. warns mistress that condoms cause autism. Secretary claims sheathing the penis just too risky. And that has been my irreverent, allegedly interstitial round 2. Handing it back to you, Michael.
Yeah, here we go with the penultimate round. Oh wait, this isn't it. This is I'm trying to figure out what's happening with this Rapture rumor, where it started from. Here we go with the penultimate round. This is a text from manager at 8 p.m. and it says, you make me so fucking angry, more than anyone I've ever met. You are single-handedly ruining my life. And the guy responds, bunch of question marks. Man, what did I do? The manager says, holy shit, I'm so sorry, Hamza. I meant to send that to my wife. I'm really sorry.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Oh.
The manager's second text is like maybe worse than his first one, man. It's so bad. Oh, I thought this was interesting. This is coming to us from News, and it's a picture of JD Vance with just chef's kiss, beautiful eyeliner on. It says JD Vance bedtime extended to 9 p.m. due to national emergency. So, don't worry, guys, he's staying up late.
Oh, did he get some extra screen time? Good boy.
Ben Crew at Benjamin Crewwood says, do you think members of the Kennedy family blame minor things on the Kennedy curse? Like a delicious looking turkey sandwich is dry, and they're just like, when will this nightmare be over? Brock Olivo's burner at For Sure Not Bob says, I hit the lady at Chick-fil-A with a glad I could pleasure you after she said my pleasure.
Ow!
Dream Ghoul at the Dream Ghoul says, every time I say my cat's name, she looks at me like I just told her that her husband died at sea. And I don't know how to describe this, except it's a white cat with, for whatever reason, the saddest looking features of any cat. I don't know how many I have left here. I think just maybe one more. Yeah, this is my last one for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most coming to us from Will Purpura, friend of the show. It's got a picture of RFK Jr. sitting, talking into the microphone at some hearing, and he's got his hand out. He looks very defensive. And the quote says, "There's a direct link between Cocoa Puffs and going cuckoo. I've seen it happen in birds." All right, I do have one more. Harry Wood, friend of the show at
Hey.
Harry M. Wood, says, "Hey baby, I'm gonna make some dinner and then we can settle in to check out what's on Mount Cock." Well, then you see he's retweeting TuneHive. It says Paramount and Peacock are reportedly in talks to merge into a single streaming service. And that's all I got for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. And it's that time. I'm jumping the line, hitting you with my post the most right now, and it is coming. Why isn't it here? It's Caleb Huron, friend of the show. Caleb Huron says, "This is my favorite tweet this week." He says, "Listen, you guys get some sleep. I'll handle staying up late and Googling stuff." So if you guys are worried that that job wouldn't get done, don't you worry. Got you covered.
Nice.
And that's it. That's all I have this week. Love you, boys. Love you, George. Tiede, what you got?
Oh, some stuff that you're not gonna hear. So let's go ahead and do round 3. The one that's left.
You make it sound like it's Left Behind too. It's not the Rapture. It's not the Rapture. Wait, that's not right.
Yeah, here we have Sizemore's bullshit.
Hey, shut up.
Okay, kick it off with Shitpost Gateway. If you're not following Shitpost Gateway when you're getting your gateway, if you're Shitpost, it's a picture of this futuristic utopian society, and it says the world if gaming laptops had good battery life. Yeah. All right, next.
Communist utopia.
Yep. Friend of the show, you know him, love him, Satan. Hail Satan.
Satan.
He reposts this conversation here. T-Bot goes, "Okay, new rule. If you regularly consume the blood and flesh of a demigod in a room full of chanting elders, you're not allowed to call other religions primitive and evil." And Candidly Autistic says, "This is oddly specific and leaves some very interesting questions unanswered." And some other word says, "Catholicism sure does sound weird when you put it that way."
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Moving on.
Came here to drink some blood.
Fizzy at Fizzy Straws says, "Why is he like this?" And it's a picture of Weird Al Yankovic when he got his star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and Weird Al is doing a very silly little pose because yeah. And today's story says his name isn't normal Al Yankovic.
Right? What do you? It's the brand.
Come on, yeah. Moving on. Here we got Tundle O'Lorian, and they're saying, "Just tell me it's okay to order pizza instead of doing my dishes and cooking tonight." And it's a picture of a rat pulling pizza upstairs. And it says, "You see a rat, but I see a hardworking dad just trying to feed his 4 teenage turtles."
Nice.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Duchess Anna of Banana.
Hey.
She says, she's got this thing here that says, "Guy in office. My computer just went down on me." Lady in next office. "Which button did you press to get that?" Hey-yo.
I understand that reference.
There you go. Next. My dumbass posted this a while back. It's a picture of a country crock tub. It says, "Growing up, I never knew if I was opening the butter or leftovers. Or every time my grandma made homemade applesauce, that's what we kept it in." So yeah, it was crunchy crock roulette in the fridge, man.
I've seen fridges like that.
My fridge is like that. Moving on. Doggo memes, front of the show. It's got a picture of this cute little dachshund looking guy on top of some pet stairs that are backed away from a couch. Says, I had vacuumed and forgot to put his steps back against the couch. Came to find him like this. And he's at the top of those stairs looking very confused and impatient. Like, hey, put the fucking stairs back. I want on the couch. I got little stumpy legs. All right, moving on.
Oh,
Cartoon Weed Unleashed yet again.
again, friend of the show.
Friend of the show. It says, Scar to Simba, I killed Mufasa. 9-year-old me. It's a picture of Smokey from Friday going, whoop his ass. I feel this. Moving on.
Yep.
I like food at Messed Up Foods. It's a picture of a coffee cup with a name written on it, and it's CARK. And the caption says, I said my name was Mark with a C. Fuck. All right, moving on. Kark. Finally, no, not finally, but pretty close to. We got Cartoons and Weed Unleashed yet again, making their like 420th appearance in the show here. It's a picture of this little cartoon dude talking to this little cartoon dude walking his little cartoon dog, and the first cartoon dude goes, "Excuse me, have you got a spare poop bag? I forgot mine." Little dude's like, "Yeah, here you go. Cheers." And the guy is then shown violently trying to poop into the bag. Going,
Oh man.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. I had to see it, so do you. Moving on. Duchess Anna Banana once again.
Hey.
Says, news, Boy George is reptile bites 5 people in one day. He needs a calmer chameleon.
Oh.
I'm so mad Michael isn't here. I was going to make him read this bitch. Moving on. This is it. Wrapping up round 3 here from Screen Geek. It says, Power Rangers really used to skip school just so they could jump people. Not inaccurate.
Huh.
Yeah, and that's all I got for round 3. Wrapping this shit up. Go, Sizemore, go.
I think I might be somewhat traumatized. I don't know if I ever told you that, like, I used to work at Fox and I had to run that show. I got paid to play the Power Rangers.
I have not heard this story, and I would love to hear it some other time. Go.
Yeah. Here's the funniest thing, you know, say you enjoy the Power Rangers. If I paid you, you would then hate it.
I mean, that's fair.
And I didn't actually like the Power Rangers to begin with. Best and worst of Twitter too has a post from friend of the show Lee J Wolf, who's got a post from Atrof Butterfly Spooky Edition. Says, my mom says she can drop us off at the Rapture if your mom can pick us up. Laughing Librarian, friend of the show, John Rock, posts, you know what's wild? Remembering that children hear things for the first time without context and are literally like, what? I just said, see you later, alligator, to a 4-year-old. And I think that's the first time they ever heard that. They froze in their tracks, looked at me completely bewildered, then replied, see you later, chicken, and kept walking. Robot Iconography says, my friend's 4-year-old put on a backyard puppet show for me, the sole audience member. Halfway through the show, she asked if I liked it, and I replied, I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm on the edge of my seat. Hearing this, she carefully put down her puppets, came over to where I was sitting, and explained, you can use the whole seat. It's more comfy. Best and worst of Twitter too, Lee J Wolf crushing it this round, has a post from Rudy Mustang. Says, me, the Eagles won last night. Coworker, oh, did you watch the game? Me, covered in blood and scratches. What game? Eagles won last night. Stayed indoors. I see what you did there, Stayed. Says, today I lost my job of 12 years without any prior warning. I gave this company everything I had, and now I am jobless. This is a story about HR existing to protect companies over their workers and the importance of unionization. Every day I went into that office at the / it's like a Twitter thread, and the first thing is dick sucking factory and did my best. but now I'm fired for low productivity. I can only suck so much dick.
Kill.
This, of course, was supposed to be my friend of the show and founding zaddy, George H. Cruikshank.
God damn you, rotten bastard.
Hey, the AV Club interviewed has-been Steve Harvey, and he says, quote, comedy is too hard to do right now, according to the Family Feud host. Steve Harvey has quit stand-up because of cancel culture. Top comment, and he wasn't funny. Here we have a picture of 6 Elvis impersonators. Andy Borowitz has captioned it, Ice goes undercover in Memphis.
Oh my gosh.
It's funnier in my head. Best and worst of Twitter 2, Ibsen Moy posting again, I think running a close, this is tight second for this round. Reposting Joan Westenberg. Says, I cannot emphasize enough just how much I am not Charlie Kirk. Oh. This person that they've reposted has 2 pictures of a tattoo of Charlie Kirk on her husband's thigh. It says, my husband got a tattoo of Charlie Kirk, United States flag. We stand with you, Charlie Clit. We won't back down. White power, white fists. R.I.P. Charlie Clerk. We are Charlie Kirk. White fists, American flag. So yeah, we have a picture of Charlie. It says 1993 to 2025. And in a big font, it says, we are Charlie. And then 2 Corinthians 10 something. Heavy duty, huh? I cannot emphasize enough how we are not Charlie Kirk. Friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson posts, internet, boycott Disney. Me, show me how to effectively steal Marvel and the NFL's programming, and I got you. and again, I posted, the pirate saying, aye, me hearty. Friend of the show, Kristen Toomey posts this one. Says, it's got to be so easy to cheat on a MAGA spouse. They'll believe anything. She's captioned it, good morning, you dumb bootlickers. Check your spouse's phone. Friend of the show, Margaret Cho, has reposted friend of the show, Steve Hofstetter, who says, comedians have a lot in common with children. We question the world around us. We have distaste for authority, and we've been fucked by the president.
Oh.
Wish I had mic'd the gasp on this end. Oh, Lord, that was so bad. Matt Edelbluch has this post. And apparently the New York Post has ran this image of Charlie with his white fist in the air. And it said, petitioners push for Starbucks to memorialize Charlie Kirk's signature order on their menu. And Matt has captioned it, y'all are getting really gay about this now. Friend of the show, Brent Terhune says, as soon as this Tylenol and radioactive shrimp kick in, it's over, motherfucker. The Onion, friend of the show, The Onion has this week's Onion magazine, and the Onion magazine is a big picture of Charlie, and it says, Charlie Kirk, not in his own words. We honor the right-wing activists by making up quotes that sound much better, given the moment. I think these are twins from X-Files. No, X-Men. No. Oh, man, I'm drawing a blank. Tiede, any help? 2 blue bad guys.
Yeah, these are the Mahler twins from Invincible.
Invincible. That's right. In controversial political memes, if you're not following that, that's okay. I got you. Has this post from Saskia J. Whitson, and it says, people keep taking Charlie Kirk quotes out of context. And we have one of the twins that says Charlie Kirk without context, and he's labeled bigotry. And then we have Charlie Kirk with context, and the second twin is there, and it's bigotry, but with more words. Vibecat says, remember, calling someone an autist is a slur. Please use the term Tylenol American.
Oh.
Here we have the two panel of the sweating superhero who's got two buttons to push. One says, have a headache, and the other one says, get autism. From friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson. Again. Oh, I think we have a tie. We have a tie for first place. Friend of the show, Brian Tyler Cohen, has this post. It says the craziest thing about Tylenol and autism is that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Courtesy Tim Hannon, which I think is pretty fucking hilarious. Here we have Principal Skinner. Principal Skinner from The Simpsons. He is wearing a red MAGA hat, and he is thinking to himself, am I a fascist? No, it is the anti-fascists who are fascist.
Oh God.
I was posting this shit all over the interwebs today. For the show, bonus hit tops over on Blue Sky Social says, please, autism is a slur. I prefer the term aceet American.
Oh God.
Oh, Ibsen Moy posted that in the best and worst of Twitter too. Ibsen Moy pulling into first place. And finally, for this round, friend of the show, Chris, has posted this picture of some Delta jets. And it says, America's airlines are introducing a class below economy. And Donnie Darko has commented, broke as fuck, now boarding. I repeat, broke as fuck, now boarding. Elm Jack says they just duct tape you to the side of the plane.
Yeah.
And that has been my tertiary round 3, allegedly, leaving only my post with the most. Oh no, I gotta get you
Oh,
back.
cool. Yeah. Hey, let's do a post with the most thing and end this some bitch.
Dude, you make it sound like we're putting it out of its misery. It's
No,
it's
we're putting me out of
fine.
mine.
It's fine. It's fine.
We're putting me out of my misery because I am so sleepy.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
All right, moving on. In a second. 225 episodes, ladies and gents. Here we go, Tiede, you're up.
I'm gonna throttle you. All right. Okay, that's the last round. One more. There you go. Pot smoking atheists who love dogs. Friend of the show. Hey, remember what I said? Remember what I said at the end of round 1? Well, guess what? We got a picture of Hank Hill. In the background, he's on his lawnmower. In the foreground, he's got a container full of grass clippings. It says, "Hey, why would anyone do drugs when they could just mow a lawn?"
Oh,
Because drugs are funner, Hank. All right, and that's all I got for round 3,
dude,
or
I love
post
this.
the most, or whatever.
I love that it's captioned, no more snorting the grass. Mow the grass.
Yes,
You hear that, Tiede? No more snorting the grass.
I'll do what I can, bruh.
I knew this kid one time and he did just 2 grasses, man, and died. You
Lightweight.
inject- Sorry. I just love doing Hank Hill's voice too, man. Awesome sauce. All right. My post with the most comes from Mrs. Math Teacher. Mrs. Math Teacher says, Dear middle school math textbook writers, please stop using the variable D, the number 69. Problems about balls. Problems about nuts. Sincerely, a middle school math teacher. And friend of the show, Nico says, and I've been solving for variable D ever since. I was like, that's true. That's true. When you see Nico, he's always solving. Always solving. And that, ladies and gentlemen, constitutes an entire legal episode of Facebook for the Blind for September 23rd, 2025, our 225th episode, the platinum anniversary.
Woo! Woo!
It's over.
Gotta be beyond.
Woo!
Anyway, to all of our dozens of listeners out there, we love you. Mwah.
Love you, George.
Love you, Beverly.
Recording stopped. Woo!
Dude, I can hear the subtext of mercifully. Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.